everyone, and welcome to this another video about Vanguard. So today I will talk about diplomacy. So I will show you all there is to know. Well, maybe not all there is to know, but all the basics of diplomacy. So let's get started. I'm going to the diplomacy all, and we'll try and do some diplomacy. Oh, here's some fellow players. Okay, so basically, there's a lot of things you need to understand before you start doing diplomacy, which is the basic, of course. First of all, when you speak to someone, there's always a diplomacy, not always, but most of the character around the game and most NPC have diplomacy options. So you can basically do diplomacy with them. So, just for example, look at these. This is another character, and he's currently doing diplomacy here with this guy here. So you see that he's basically arguing with this guy about something to basically get the information he needs to know. So once you know that, let's say I want to do diplomacy with this guy here. Here, he got some diplomacy available. And what this is showing us, I don't know if you can see it because I know the video will be a little bit messed up. This part here, it says Sun Village Supplies, which is the name of the quest or whatever, the diplomacy things. And then you have these little circle with colors and things. These are the basically all the available cards that you can play. So you have the red one, the green one, blue one, and yellow one. And this little number here, I don't know if you can see it, but this one says 1. This is the level of diplomacy you need to be able to do a parlay with this person. So let's see my level right now. See, this is bipolar can. This is all my stats. Uh, One thing I want to show you at the same time is that basically in your character thing, you basically have adventuring. So my level of adventuring is level 1, and this is my XP bar, which is the same as the XP bar on below the screen like every single games. Then you have crafting. Right now I haven't choose any crafting skills or anything, so I have nothing selected yet. So I'm only level 1 crafter, waiting to select my main crafting. You have the harvesting skill, which is basically another thing I will have to choose later on, and I will do another video about this. You have diplomacy, which I'm level 1 right now, diplomacy, and you have, that's the speed. This is the mount where you put all your mounts and barding and stuff like that. Then you have the appearance equipment. So these are only those that you want to show off and basically to, you know, other than selecting the main armor that you have and stuff. So if we go back to diplomacy, I'm level 1, so I will be able to do a parlay with this guy. But before I get started, I need to create a deck, because this is a card game basically, the diplomacy in this game. So first, you need to be in front of the character, because basically you're talking to him. So that's one of the basics stuff you need to know. See, this guy just got a level in diplomacy. Alright, so first of all, I press P to go into the abilities. Then I have my adventuring, crafting, and diplomacy. So here are all my diplomacy statement. Statement is basically a card. So as you can see, if I go on this statement called Peace of Mind, you can see that Peace of Mind is a card. I don't know if you see it, I hope so. But basically, I have to select one. So if I press here on strategy, this is my deck. This is how many cards I can use at the moment. The deck grow bigger and bigger when you level up. So basically, all you need to do is basically select the card. So you click on it, you drag it down. By the way, you cannot do that while in a parlay. You cannot switch your card while you're already doing some diplomacy with someone. So you need to be outside a parlay to be able to do your deck. So let's see the other cards. So I just took this card randomly, but honestly, I have to explain you all about the card first. So then you will be able to select your own deck and everything. As you can see, you have the name of the card, which is Peace of Mind. And this card do 3-3. So that means that basically if it were 1-3, that means that when I play this card, I can do between 1 or 3 randomly, but this one is a 3 tree, so basically it always do 3, um, I say damage, but basically just the way you influence the parlay itself. I will show you more about this later. Here you have the cost. If you see it says cost, and you have all the colors, and right now there's no cost, so this card can be played without a cost. What this card do is basically you have two things here. You have the first one up here, which is how many upkeep you give to your opponent to be able to play more cards, and this is how much you give to yourself. Which in with this card, I don't give anything to myself while playing this card, but I give one in every field to my opponent, so that will give him more stuff to be able to play with. But it's a 3-3, and the last thing important here is the refresh range, which is basically how long it will take until you will be able to play this card again. And this one is 5-5, so that's pretty easy. It means that between the range of 5 and 5, that means that it will be the number of round you will have to wait until you will be able to play this card again. As for this card, it's 5-5, so it always takes 5 rounds to be able to play this card again. Again, you see that there's some red statement, green statement, blue statement, yellow statement. So you have also special statement that are basically gray, but that do different things, basically, that they're not the same. Let's take this one. I'll just do like a quick deck. The first parlay are not really hard anyway, so you cannot really lose them. So I've taken this one called Bard's Remark. This is a card that you get basically as a bard. So whatever the class you will select, you will have a specific card for your class, basically. So this one is a 1-3, so I can do between 1 and 3 uh, uh, damage, if I can call it this way, to put the parlay on my favor, basically. And here's what it does: it gives 1 red and 1 green to the opponent, and it refresh between 2 or 7 rounds. So it can take 2 rounds before I can play it again, or it can be 7, or anything between this. Let's take some other cards. I love these cards because they're basically they cost nothing, so that's a good thing to use when you start your deck. Taking those cards that don't cost anything to be able to play them, basically. I will try to find the green one because I know there's a green one. There you go. So these one do 2 damage and give 1 of everything to your opponent. But these are fast cards, so basically they refresh between 2 and 4 round, and this one is 3 round. So that's pretty that's pretty fair, basically. You can never use more than once of the same card. So basically, I cannot take 5 times the same card or 2, 3 times the same card. It's only once per cards. So yep, that's what it is. So let's take this one here randomly. Basically, this one do 3 damage. But this one cost me something, as you can see, or maybe not, depending on the video quality, probably not. There's a small 2 in the yellow dot, which means that it costs 2 yellow to be able to play. So, and it gives 1 green to the guy, to the opponent. So, once that I've made my deck, as you can see, I have 2 out of, actually I have 4 pages of statement right now. Statement can be bought at the diplomacy dealer, which is this guy here, diplomacy instructor. You can always remove your deck when you're not using it. But actually, when you just get started, as I do, I don't have much money. I have only 15 copper, and it costs 1 silver and 25 copper to buy each statement. So you can buy a statement. Most of the time, I suggest that you buy all of them to start your deck. It's pretty important. He also sell a diplomacy gameplay glossary, which is pretty interesting if you want to learn how to play and everything. I won't go in every details about the game. Pretty much show you the main thing so you can know about this feature of the game, basically, if you never played the game. So there you go. You select those cards you want, and basically it will show you those cards that you can buy. So let's do a parlay to show you what diplomacy is all about. So let's say, okay, I want to do diplomacy with this guy here, and